Welcome to the Friday Night Sports Show. We're kicking off our netball coverage today in the Western Eyre, and we've got a very sad Reanna Freeman with us because her Hawks were unable to get the A-grade premiership that she was after on the weekend. How are you, Reanna?
Oh, look, I'm not too bad in hindsight. Disappointed, but these things happen in sport.
That's it. There are many worse things that can happen in life, and at the end of the day, it is just a game. But nevertheless, you want to come away with the gold medal or the trophy or whatever it is that you get for winning. And on this occasion, it went to Wirrulla.
Yes, a very big, shiny silver cup is what you come away with.
There you go.
And I guess bragging rights. Yeah, look, was a win for Wirrulla, 45-38, so a 7-goal win. What was a hotter day than we thought, but 12 o'clock game was the perfect setting for this game. And at Streaky Bay, you have quite a bit of elevation as far as the crowd goes. There's quite a few different levels that you can stand on. And I must say at 12 o'clock, this court was absolutely swarming with people, both Bombers and Hawks people. So it was a really good final, and the girls did not fail to put on a good performance. I don't actually have the breakdown of the scores in front of me because I'm in Streaky Bay sitting up for our presentation dinner, but it was really close throughout the whole game. I think Hawks had a really good third quarter. We came out firing. Hawks had a really good third quarter, and then Bombers were just far too strong in that fourth quarter. The momentum changed. They're sort of very seasoned in finals and know how to keep a cool head, and they sort of outran us, by that 7 goals. Tara Ackland was their best player. She was wing defence for Wirrulla, and I must say she had an absolute blinder of a game. She was outstanding, made it really hard for our girls to find the ring and just find any space at all, really. And also, I think a special mention to their centre, Chelsea. She's absolutely brilliant, super fast, super accurate, beautiful feeder. I think she was a key player in their win as well. And for Hawks, best on court was Alana Beard. She played goal defence and came up against a well-seasoned Sophie Keller at goal attack, and I thought Alana did a brilliant job on her. Sort of completely took her out of the game and then dropped back and made it hard for Emma when she could. So disappointing for the Hawks, but look, let's not take it away from those who were the best in Western Eyre, and that's Wirrulla. They set the standard. That's 3 years in a row they've played in the grand final, and that's back-to-back premierships. In the history of Western Eyre, the first to get back-to-back, and I think they deserve it. They're a great team, well coached by Cindy Best, and the best team on the day.
Very humble, Reanna, and you're right, Wirrulla were pretty much top all year and certainly looked like the team to beat the whole way. So a very brave effort by your Hawks to come within 7, but at the end of the day, the best team won it. So congratulations to Wirrulla, and really no rest for you. You'd think the season wraps up. I would think you're getting a weekend off, but no, there you are setting up for presentations.
Yeah, we've got our Hawks have their presentation dinner on a Friday night, and then tomorrow we're all jumping in a bus, a few of us girls, to head down to watch the Great Flinders Grand Final. So, can never get enough of the netball around here. We love it.
Very good. And is that going to be a bit of a Mad Monday sort of a party bus? Well, I suppose it'd be a silly Saturday.
Yeah, well, that's right. I think it's just head down the road and watch another, our neighbouring league, a grand final. We've got Ellison Districts, who used to be in the Midwest League, so we've obviously got a bit of a friendship with those girls. They're in the grand final, so we're going to go down and watch them. So it should be a good day out for the girls.
Certainly should, and we'll have Hannah on the show very soon previewing that grand final, and I'm looking forward to hearing all about that because that league has been very, very tight all year. But let's stay focused on Western Eyre for now because there were a few other grand finals on the day, so let's run through them. In the B grade, it was Western United Tigers and Thevenard. So good to see 2 separate teams in the B grade grand final from what we saw in the A grade, and it was the Tigers winning by 4 goals, 43-39.
Yeah, look, Sevi went straight through after the second semi in this and would have went in favourites, but I reckon we spoke last week and I said I reckon Westies would be quietly looking like the team to be after the game they played against Wirrulla the week before in the prelims. So I wasn't surprised this game. I didn't actually sit down and watch it myself. There was a lot of netball that day, but 4 goals, that's not much in it, and there was a hell of a lot of noise going from there. Jarvis Shippard was the best for Westies in that game, best on court.
You certainly did call that last week, so well done to the Tigers getting that premiership. And in the C grade, it was a premiership for the Hawks, beating the Tigers in that one 49-38.
Yeah, so 11-goal win, which I think the Hawks girls, they've had some really good hit-outs against Westies this year. They knew they could win. I think that's the first time they played them with their full lineup, so I think that's where the 11 goals comes from. For best on court for Hawks was Wirrulla. She played in defence. She was absolutely outstanding. She's only young, got a huge netball career ahead of her. Super pumped for the sort of court netball she's been putting on the court. And Jordan Price for Westies also played a really good game and was best on court for them.
Another big trophy coming back to the Hawks in the D grade as well, 38-35 over the Tigers again. And the Tigers, just the one loss for the season in the D grade and a percentage of almost 200, the team to beat all year. And on the last day of the year, the Hawks were able to do it. Yeah, look, the girls knew that this was going to be a really hard game. And I think after the second semi, Westies certainly didn't underestimate Hawks and what they could do. It was just a really well-fought game, sort of the last game of the day on the very end court, and there was quite the crowd there. I think probably Westies lacked a little bit of crowd because they had the football playing at the same time. Best on court for Hawks was Marley Faircloud, and best on court for Westies was Ali Shippard. This was just a really good game. 4 solid quarters. Hawks just kept a really cool head when things started to get a bit intense. They just sort of took a breath and kept playing on it and showed real maturity on the court. So, they were very happy, and that both those cups have done quite the rounds around town. I don't think there's been a shop that those cups haven't seen this week. It's like the Olympic torch getting passed around before the Olympics, doing the big lead up.
You're right. It is. It has had a good week around town.
Oh, great stuff. Well, let's look to the E grade and the Western United Tigers' dominant side all year in this comp, and it was no different on grand final day. They beat Thevenard 56-37.
Yeah, look, I don't think there's any surprises here. As I said, Westies have been, dominating all year, and no one's really got too close to them. I think Sevi would be quite happy to have got 37 goals on the scoreboard and to get within 19. As I said, some clubs haven't got, within 30, 40 goals of these girls this year. So they certainly were a class above the rest in the E grade, and no surprises there. And congratulations to them. 19-goal win in a grand final is no mean feat.
No, that is a very, very good effort. And let's have a look at the juniors and what is going on in the junior A's. The Western United Tigers win in what looks like an absolute thriller, 49-46 over the Hawks. And once again, they were the dominant team all season, and the Hawks came very, very close.
Yeah, they did indeed. So this was actually a draw. So they had a draw and then had to go into overtime. And with the overtime rules, it's actually more or less another whole quarter. So it's another 14 minutes of netball, which is a lot to ask of such young girls with so many nerves. This Westies playing group is outstanding at this age group. They've been together, all through their netball, and I think they've been in the grand final last year. This is more or less the team that played in the Junior B grand final last year and won, and against Hawks. So this is a bit of a rematch. Last year they were Junior B, this year they were Junior A. Some really skilled players. Hallie Mont was the best on court for Hawks. She had more or less play anywhere on the court in the finals. She played in defence and was crucial to the Hawks lineup. And then for Westies, Cedar Shippard, much the same. You could put her anywhere on the court, and really excited to sort of see where both those girls go. And looking forward to seeing Cedar, up in seniors next year and getting a touch. But yeah, a really close game. As I said, they had a draw, and then Westies coming away with a 3-goal win.
Well, you're right. That is a tough slog for a very young age group. But, you can't split the cup in two and share it. So you've got to have a winner. So well done to those girls for winning that one. In the Junior Bs, it was Thevenard over the Western United Tigers 31-26.
Yeah, so I didn't really see this game and haven't seen much of the Junior B age group all year, but there was a lot of noise coming from the court from this one also, and a really good game. I think it's that age group before they really hit their straps. They're sort of just really starting to find their way, and it's before they have all their growth spurts and whatnot. Charlie Cox for Westies was best on court, and Olivia for Thevi. Some real up-and-coming netballers across all grades in that age group, but especially those two played really well grand final day.
And the last game to cover for the day, a 1-goal thriller in the Junior Cs. Canibba get themselves a premiership, beating the Hawks by 1 goal, 23-22.
Yeah, this game was outstanding. I had a daughter playing in this grade, and I think Hawks were leading pretty much the whole game until about the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game. Those little Canibba girls, God, they can play netball. and really pulled together. They've got some brilliant players throughout the whole side. Savannah was the best for Kniba. I believe she was the association best and fairest. She sort of is a real playmaker, reads the ball beautifully at such a young age. Her skill and ability to see the ball coming and know where it's going to go and to block it off was actually quite beautiful to watch. Disappointing because it was against the Hawks, but nevertheless can appreciate such talent. For Hawks, best on court was Shaylee Bubner. Very short and only young goal shooter and played a brilliant game. So, yeah, hats off to Kniba. Some of the skills those girls have got in that grade, is outstanding and pretty excited to see sort of those girls come up through the ranks also.
There we have it. That is Western Eyre Netball wrapped up for another year. Congratulations to all our premiers. And Reanna, I would love to say enjoy the weekend off and the off-season now, but obviously there's a lot more netball on your agenda this weekend, and I'm sure a lot more sport still to come over the summer. Won't be too much of a break for you.
No, netball finishes and basketball starts. So that's right. I love the sport that we have around our local community, and lucky to have it. But thanks very much for having me. I think it's been a fabulous year for Western Eyre, and really happy with the way that the association's going, how successful we are, and the talent we've got, both from our juniors all the way through our seniors, shows that we've got a bright future ahead.
Absolutely, and no, thank you for your contributions all year, Reanna. You've been a gem, and you are welcome anytime. So thank you very much, and we'll catch up with you next year.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me.